Today we are talking about 6 months later with the 17 Pro Max. How has my experience been? This has been a really interesting phone, and I've got some reasons why. I think it's a great phone, but it might not be for everybody. If you are somebody who you are looking for the 17 Pro Max and you want to know, are you gonna use your hard-earned money, on this? Are you going to spend that kind of money on this? Man, I want to help you make that decision today. Now, one of the first questions I had with this 17 Pro Max is, how is the actual material, the aluminum, going to hold up? If you don't know this, the previous iPhone was a very interesting design. It was made completely out of titanium, and so this iPhone 17 is aluminum. This iPhone 16 Pro Max is titanium. And the question was, how are they going to hold up compared to each other? I've answered that in another video. I want to talk about today this, 6 months later, of how this has held up. Look at the aluminum on this guy. So far, it is not scratched up at all. I don't know how well you can see it, but I don't really notice any scratches at all. So all of the big concern that people had with Scratchgate, now maybe it was a little bit different on the orange model. I really love this dark blue model, but my aluminum has been completely fine. If it scratched up a bunch, I would be concerned, but I think for most people, they're gonna keep their phone inside a case for the most part anyways, and so I just don't think scratching up aluminum should be people's highest and biggest thing. The one thing I would look at is how much does the screen scratch up, because that actually changes your experience. Here's my daughter looking into the blue abyss of SeaWorld. But as you can see, I don't have any scratches on my phone. I don't have any cracks on the glass. I did have it in a screen protector for a little while, and I dropped it about 4 months ago, and the screen protector broke, which was awesome. Glad that it did its work. It was an ESR screen protector, and it was the easiest thing I've ever had to put on. That's not sponsored. It was really incredible to use. I should replace it, but I didn't. So dropped it. The screen protector broke. The glass did not, but I haven't replaced that yet for 4 months now probably, and dropped my phone a few times. It hasn't broke, so the glass is actually pretty solid. And I am somebody who's pretty rough with my phone, so I'll throw this into a backpack all the time, and so far, like with keys and stuff, it hasn't scratched up. So I almost just dropped it right there. So I'm really happy with the build quality of this phone. If you look at the phone, it is pretty darn thin. I know people they don't like the fact that it's not as thin as the iPhone Air. However, the iPhone Air was a complete failure, so that doesn't matter. So just overall, I feel like this iPhone 17 Pro Max is pretty much the iPhone perfected. Was the 16 Pro Max a little bit more beautiful? I mean, you tell me. That's a pretty gorgeous phone, absolutely. I don't know that I love the entire camera bump on the side, but what are you gonna do? So I wanna talk about the biggest cons and the biggest pros of what I have found after 6 months, because I do have a little bit of both. First, as far as cons go, the size and the weight of this thing, it is a chunky boy. The Pro Max, I think, is a little bit too big. Do you really need an extra little bit of phone to keep you hooked onto social media and watching all your YouTube videos, all that kind of stuff? Probably not. The only people I can see, that really helping out with is maybe the elderly, who, if they're gonna read on this, they need a little bit bigger screen size so they can get their text bigger. Totally understand that, and that's awesome. Glad you have a tool for that. However, the screen size on this is big. What I don't like is when I can't reach stuff with my fingers because it's just that big. I don't have massive hands, so maybe that's maybe my little girly hands are a problem. But I think it's just a little too big. And when it's in your pocket compared to something like the 17 or the 16e, that's one of my favorite phones out right now. 17e is coming today, actually. It is a really chunky boy, a big old brick in your pocket. So I totally understand the people who are like, man, the Air is amazing, because it is for the weight and the size. However, that's one of the major cons to a phone this large. However, if you're buying this, you probably know that you're getting a big old freaking phone. Man, my mustache is tickling my nose today. The next biggest con with this phone is definitely the price. If you look at the iPhone 17 Pro Max, you are looking at a real hefty bill. $1,200. That is so much money. Now, granted, totally cool to have an amazing tool in your pocket. Nobody can deny that an iPhone is an amazing tool to have in your pocket. However, $1,200 for a phone, that doesn't do all that much more than all the other phones on Apple's lineup. It does do some pretty incredible things, but man, $1,200. Now I know if you get it with a carrier, you're gonna get a discount, but you're gonna owe them money for like the next 3-4 years. That's crazy to me. So like the iPhone 17e comes out, it's like half the price, but it's not 50% of the phone. It's 85% of as good of a phone as this. So just know this: if you are on a budget, the 17 Pro Max is going to destroy you. And you can always go back to last year's flagship model and get a fantastic experience for like a quarter of the price off. So the price is a lot too. However, the last thing I want to talk about is this. The little camera button on the side is just a ridiculous, it's just so stupid. You trigger it all the time on accident. It's not helpful. I am so used to, I've been using iPhones for so long that I'm always 100% of the time, if I'm going to use the camera, I'm hitting that little button right there. I just have not found it helpful when you're, using it to dial in some stuff on the camera and change some parameters. It's too finicky. It's not good. I believe you can remap it. I just have been too lazy to do that. I really need to get into that. But boy, howdy, man, they made a big old deal 2 phones back and made the camera button some big old thing. So that's not a huge con for you. Doesn't matter. You can remap it, all that kind of stuff. And the point is, the reason why I bring up those cons is they're not that big of a deal. This is a great phone. So I really had to nitpick to find a few cons. So if you use the camera button, that's cool for you. I just don't. So now for some of the things I absolutely loved about this phone. Absolutely loved the battery life. The battery life on this phone is wild. It will easily last me an entire day, maybe a day and a half, no problem at all. Now, I'm not on my phone 24/7, but the battery life on this is noticeably better in my life than the 16 Pro Max was, or even the 15 Pro. Like, this is a solid battery. With the vapor chamber in this phone, keeps it cool so components aren't working too hard. So the battery life is pretty amazing on this phone. The next one, which was actually a surprise for me, is the camera zoom length on this phone. On this iPhone, you get your 3 cameras. You get your regular, your ultra wide, and then you've got your telephoto lens. And I thought the telephoto lens, the 8x zoom, was stupid. I was like, there's no reason to get that. Get the iPhone 17. It's so good. Yesterday, I needed it. I'll show a little clip on the screen. My daughter was in gymnastics, and I was really, really far away. If you look at that zoom length, it is absolutely crazy. So, man, if you are a parent and your kid is in sports, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is a very, very good phone for that. So yes, I've completely changed my tune on having the telephoto lens. I thought it was so dumb because the pictures just don't look good. However, when it's your kid, it's like, I don't care about if it's a little bit grainy. I want to see what they're doing. I want to be able to show my wife what she did at gymnastics. That's awesome. Next up, the screen on this guy is just absolutely fantastic. It is such a gorgeous iPhone. Now, all of the iPhones at this point, look at that. It's when we got some new mulch at our house like 5 years ago. So the iPhone screen is just absolutely fantastic. All the iPhones right now have fantastic screens. But the 17 Pro Max, one of the reasons I wanted to bring it up was the fact that, yes, it is gorgeous. It is bright. The nits of brightness is absolutely fantastic. I've never had a problem seeing it in the daytime. However, just the beautiful colors, it is so vibrant. Contrast is awesome. And then for me, I read books. I say this all the time. I read books constantly, and I read books a lot at night. What's so great about having this OLED screen is only the pixels that are white, they light up, and that to me is so big, because then there's not just this massive, massive glow on my face at night. I can read my books right now. I'm reading The Shining. It is fantastic writing. It's terrifying. And then while you're reading, you dial your little side button in so that it goes red, and then you don't have any blue light at all, and it's fantastic. And if you want to learn how to do that, I've got a short about it. So who is the 17 Pro Max for? It is for the person that wants the absolute best that Apple has to offer. I don't think you always need that. I think you can go back to last year's model and be completely happy. Is it worth the upgrade for people who have 16 Pro Max? Absolutely not. Is it worth it over the 17? I think only for that camera, for parents. That's a pretty big deal, having that extra throw of lens. So do I recommend this for everybody? No. I recommend it for people who actually need the extra features that it has, which is a stupid thing to say, but people tend to want to buy the Pro model because they're like, that's the best thing ever. Like, that's the best one they make. I deserve the best thing they make. But you would be real happy with the 17. I will say, the 17 Pro Max, though, fantastic phone. If you want to buy it, it's your money. Go for it. Like this video if you found it helpful. Sub to the channel and click this one right here, because the robots that control all of our minds with their algorithms, I think you're going to really like this video. I'll see you in the next one.